Arquette, the documentary.
Shit fire.
Son, niggas are foul, son. Niggas made a big deal about what he did years ago. Yo, he went to backyard wrestling, and it had to be a black guy do him dirty, though, son.
The black nigga fucked him up.
What?
Black dude fucked him up for no reason.
Yo, for no reason. The black dude, didn't pay him, lied to him. He said, oh, yeah, he was bragging about that. And then he had to go to Mexico to get love, dogs. They show him love in Mexico, dogs.
I mean, because they don't really have no better.
Because they don't care.
What you mean you don't care?
Because they understand that it's just art. Know. Like, we just take it more seriously over here. Like, my thing is this. DDP.
I just got an iPhone, guys. I'm just taking pictures.
My thing is this. DDP said it the best. If they said that you could be world champion, what are you going to say, no?
Yeah, exactly, son.
Exactly. Like, niggas front like they're going to say no. Oh yeah,
he didn't want the belt. So ladies and gentlemen, this is another episode of Jobbertears podcast.
Are we live?
Yes, we're live.
Jobber Nation, welcome to another episode of the Jobbertears podcast. As always, I'm Janelle from HR here with Sir Wilkins and Mrblacc. And as before we started talking, we were talking about Mr. Black was watching a documentary on David Arquette. Where he had admitted apparently he did not want the WCW World Heavyweight title at the time that it was given to him. So there goes that.
Can you bring the thing a little bit closer so I can see what they say on the side? I can't see it.
Engineer.
Yeah, engineer. We gotta drag it more towards the left.
I don't think she's there.
I was gonna say.
All right, it doesn't matter. Let's just get busy.
All right. So how else has everyone's
good
week been?
Terrible.
Why?
Wait, hold on. How you go good then say terrible?
Oh, because I've been sick for the majority of the days.
You have COVID?
No.
That's still a thing.
All right, this is what happened.
You got monkeypox?
No, this is what happened. Friday, it was blazing hip hop and R&B throughout the whole day. So I was dressing sexy. I came in looking with my poom shirts, reffing, everything looking nice, We what I have to do. Shout out to Imani Labels and Hits Federation out there, man. It was
Where
crazy.
was it?
It was in Queens.
Oh, what?
Right on the Ave. Yeah, the Coliseum.
Like I told you.
I referee Charles. Well, now you go by Charles. Caveman was there. I referee there. Yeah, one of the dudes from Private Party was there too. He thought that I was you. Racist.
Mad racist.
Yeah, mad racist.
We don't look nothing alike.
We do.
But then
No, you don't.
But
you can clearly. It's not like you guys are not like fraternal twins. Like you can tell the clear difference.
But that was cool though. Like shout out to Imani, they treat me good over there. Imani definitely treat me good.
He gave you some good money.
He did. Yo, they had like they had ring girls. They had a light skin one, a dark skin one. Like I think that there was Imani's angel those, but they had little wagons. Not my preference of women. They are.
Did they have a catering?
Yeah, they did. They had some good ass sandwiches and cookies and cheese and crackers and water, quality water too.
Body Labels is out here like Vince McMahon.
Yo, shout out to Imani Labels, son. Like, yo, shout out to his whole crew out there. They treat me well. He said that I'm part of the roster, so.
So do I get my 10%?
He got put on.
Do I get my 10%?
Listen.
He about to give you a sandwich and a chip.
Listen, all I'm saying is this, like, my home is Battle Club. You feel me? That's my home. I try not to fall out shelter. That's home. But I told Joe Kim had to understand, Chocolate Rev is high demand,
This nigga dropped one mixtape and he think he's hot.
But speaking of Battle Club.
You know whose fault that is?
What?
That's your fault.
Why?
Just know.
But
that is your doing.
Speaking of Battle Club, shout out to Joe Kim Noah.
Happy
birthday, my nigga. Oh, he's mad. What? They're like our cousins, Joe Kim.
Wait, did you want to say happy? Were you trying to say happy birthday in Spanish? Just now?
I don't know how to say it.
Feliz cumpleaños.
Feliz cumpleaños to Joe Kim, my Negro. He said I did it there because me gonna be, shout out to him. Gave me opportunity. He's the first one to give me real opportunity at reffing, dog. He believed in me, man. Happy birthday, my nigga. Happy
birthday, of course.
But yeah, I've been sick since. So I went out there looking sexy. So Sunday, I was supposed to do like a help tendering in Queens. But I was just like, my body's like, nigga, you better stay home. Went to the pay-per-view. Monday went to work. As soon as I got home, my fever shot up. Sinus pains and everything. I was out for 2 days. Today is like the most I've been out. Yeah.
Okay.
Damn, you out here fucked up.
Yeah. Like, it got to the point. Today was the first day that I could look at screens without irritating my eyes. I could look at screens because I was gonna do mad stuff, edit stuff like that, but I couldn't look at screens to this day. Today was the only day I could look at screens without screening my eyes.
Today was a good day.
So yeah.
But
shout out to everybody.
So shout out to Joe King once again. Happy birthday. Also, happy
Shout
birthday
out to Earl. Shout out my nigga June.
Happy birthday to welcome to the Raw's own Katie.
Katie.
Katie
Happy
K.
birthday.
Happy birthday. 30 finally.
Oh, happy birthday to my nigga Bove. You know, his birthday Saturday. Shout out my nigga Bove out here. Yo, he ain't got no papers. Niggas free out here.
The other day, I guess as long as we're doing birthday shout outs, happy birthday to Quintus Brown of the Brown
shout out to
Brothers.
Quintus.
Happy birthday.
You know, rocking that brown.
Trying to think who else's birthday was this week.
Go Brown.
There you go. There you
I'm
go.
dead.
Who else?
Birthdays coming up. Izzy just head out to Cali.
Big Dick Izzy.
Heading out to Cali celebrating his birthday with his shorty.
Shout out to Izzy and his relationship. That's what I'm talking about. That's peace right there, B. Ever since he got with her,
He been so happy.
So
happy, son.
So happy.
Not even that fake happy. That real happy, son. Like
Big Dick Izzy, son.
Yo, Big Dick Easy, son. Shout out to him, son.
Making
Jesus.
Yeah, he be making these bitches just fall
Crazy.
in love with him and go crazy. So we call him Big Dick Izzy.
Crazy.
Shout out to Izzy
shout
for
to
running
them.
the Twitter page.
Yes.
shout out to Iz.
Also, birthday coming up. Amanda from Sets on Talk. Her
Shout out
birthday's
to
coming up.
Amanda.
Shout out to all the June B days. Brandy birthday and the baby birthday June too.
Brandy?
Rhodes.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Brandy, the singer.
Singer, no. Brandy birthday, no. I don't know what her birthday is. I don't feel like it could be like February.
What, Brandy?
Yeah.
It could be.
Could be. Before we do get started, if you have not already gotten your ticket, next Sunday, Juneteenth, aka Father's Day, aka the day you want to be in Brooklyn, for Welcome to
On this day.
Oh, we're gonna talk about that. I've been waiting to talk about that all week. But Welcome to the War, Battle Club Pro.
Presents.
Welcome
to the war.
Part of Black WrestleFest weekend. So make sure you get your tickets right now.
Description below. In the description right now.
General, there's no excuse. General admission is $20.
$20.
So
$20. Y'all better have that rocking, son. I don't want to talk about how that you support the culture.
You can bring your daddy's dad. You can bring your daddy's dad. You can bring your baby father.
And don't bring your mother talking about how that she was mom and dad. No, it's for the men. Father is for the men.
I mean,
that
does happen too. But Father's Day is about the fathers. Shout out to all the fathers.
The real fathers out there. You know, the real fathers. You know, some of the match I'm looking forward to is Jobbertears South versus Prolific. About to be a bloodbath for that match, B. That match I'm looking forward to. You know, Sahi with his brother Treehouse Lee versus main event.
I about to say I haven't seen him and his brother tag wrestle before together,
Nah,
so that's pretty dope.
They Haitian, son. Y'all, if y'all not here for Black WrestleFest, y'all smoking. You're not smoking that good shit. I be smoking. Y'all smoking that dust. Y'all smoking pencil shavings.
That's intense. Wait, was niggas really doing that back in the day?
Yeah. New Jack said he did it.
Yeah.
Wow, he got high off a pencil shaving?
No, his partner did.
Yeah. Mustafa.
Wow.
Yeah.
Learn something new every day.
You
like,
know,
how do you get high off that?
A lot of people don't know that, you know.
There's lead in there.
Mustafa.
He got lead poisoning?
I think so.
Holy shit.
I think so.
Mustafa, Kenny King, and Marquis Marquis are brothers.
First of all,
yes,
they all look alike. It's like the evolutions of each other.
Yeah.
It's like Pokemon.
Yeah.
Charmander, Charlemagne, and
Squirtle,
and Charizard.
Yo, Marquis Marquis,
Bulbasaur.
Kenny King, and Mustafa, they all are brothers. Evolution of each other. Mustafa's just the Charizard. You see how his brain got fucked up, though, because somewhere down the evolution, he didn't learn certain moves.
Well, clearly, if he's snuffing fucking pencil shaving stuff, right?
But listen. Honestly, I want to see a New Jack match. Like, if he was alive today, I'll pay to go see his match in person.
There's no wrestling involved.
None.
Just
nothing.
Work.
None.
Honestly, I want to referee a death match.
Really?
Yeah, I can't wait to referee one. You have to understand, I don't say I want to do something, I speak it. So I'm going to referee a death match. Yep. It'll be Nick Gage. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I wish you
versus
the best.
Hoodfoot.
Oh, my gosh. That nigga's crazy.
Yo, we still have to reschedule.
Still, I was looking forward for that interview.
Yeah. That was one person I definitely wanted to talk to.
If you listen to the next day, Big Game Leroy interview, whoa, it's out right now. Description below. This is for our futures. I'm speaking to the existence. Man, I'm back on my grind, man. I'm back on my grind.
What else is going on? Oh, okay. So I maybe got like 30 minutes left for the last episode of This Is Us.
Oh, okay. I haven't caught up yet.
It's
and good. I don't know. I felt so when I first posted about me jumping back into it, everybody was like, "Yo, the last few episodes is gonna get you," and it didn't.
Yo, this too early.
I feel like I cried too many in the first few seasons that I didn't have no more love.
Oh, do you see like Miguel's story?
So I still didn't flinch after that. I mean, I was surprised. I don't want to ruin it for you. I was surprised how that ended.
Yeah, it was good.
Because I didn't think that, but I still don't fuck with him. I stand by that.
Yo,
I don't care.
Yo, bro.
No, I'm good.
He took care of us, son.
That's cool.
I don't
That's
fuck
cool.
with it.
Yeah, nah.
Listen, personally, I won't do that shit.
Exactly.
So
listen, but that's his life, Poppy.
Right, and I have a right to be like, I can't fuck with him like that. No. Nah.
I think it's weird.
Not gonna happen. On top of the fact that like you weren't really there for yours.
Yo, can nigga get like the second chance at life, dogs?
Who gets so many second chances at life?
Who?
Edge.
On this day.
He keeps getting beat over the head with chairs.
No. Actually, so let's get into talking about Hell in a Cell. Which was this past week. And shout out to everybody that came out to Legends to watch.
Shout out to everybody who came out.
I'm glad the girls.
Shout out to my son Nitro. He was there.
Oh, good. I'm glad the girls opened the show.
It was good. That match was very good. That's why we talk about like let women wrestle. I'm like Dynamite last night.
Oh, we're gonna get into that too because I just want things to. I get how, that whole don't make wrestling don't make sense out of things, but it's just like, but that shit didn't make any sense.
What?
So, how does Marina Shafir?
Oh yeah, I talked about that.
Get a title match,
sense.
but Jay just be here like 2 weeks ago. I didn't get it. Like I was like, what are?
So supposedly, I don't care. This nigga's not the booker of the year because he be booking some shit.
Whoa. This year, no. When it first started, yeah.
No, I'm talking about this year. He got booker of the year from Wrestling Observer.
No, this year, 2022.
I think I'm almost 100% sure.
But what was from what year? From what time?
From probably first half of this year to second half.
Probably 2021 to 2022. Probably.
I think
the
first half he started out strong.
He books dream matches, but they're never really good built. Like the rankings don't count because Shorty's not in the top 5. And I said the same thing. I was like, yo, why is she wrestling her?
And it's not like she's not a good wrestler. Like let me put that on the table. Like, and actually I enjoy her. Well, because she doesn't really talk on the mic and all that jazz.
She's a generic creator wrestler.
That's
did you see her outfit?
I mean, it was very Ronda-esque.
It was very basic.
Well, all of them is
but
like that.
You know what it is? I'll be real with you, and this is me just being a fan of just wrestling and being around. As a referee, you got like a very unique point of view. A lot of those people do not stand out when you first see them. You understand? And that is a problem.
They don't got the it factor, B.
Like, some of them, you could tell that a little bit more work, they'll get like Daniel Garcia, my nigga Yura, But it's just like, yo, who's fleshing that guy's personality? Like, for example, Pac versus Buddy Matthews. Yo, why make a big deal out of that shit? You understand? And like, you introduce a new title and this whole thing, yo, there's no big, like, let me get hyped for this. The tournament is cool though, but you gonna add another title to the television? Where's the hype behind it? Like I said before, when you don't come from nothing, you don't know how to make shit big. He came from money, so you don't understand the struggle.
Who you talking about?
Khan. He came from money. He don't understand that, yo, if my back against the wall, what I'm gonna do? You got daddy money. Vince bettered the whole farm, so you had to be over the top. This is why I respect Vince as a booker, because everybody feels over the top. You understand? Cody feels over the top. Even the guy at the lowest, Kazawa, still feels like a big deal.
But you also got to understand that's not what they cater to.
That's not
that's
the target
not
audience.
AEW. AEW is
I just want to wrestle.
It's just about matches.
So as a fan, that wants to invest in either episodic or invest in
cut the shit,
things
Tony.
being. I like
that a
I like
lot.
that. I do. I'm not gonna hold you. But when you don't invest in storylines or things to keep you continuously wanting to watch the next week, or the Friday, or the Monday, or the Tuesday, or the 7 days a week, whatever it is, they haven't figured that out. Because for me, if you're gonna have Thunder Rosa as your world champion, treat her as such. Treat her for a program. Give her somebody new. Like, if you're gonna insert Tony Storm, that's cool and all, but the shit last night it made no sense. It was pointless.
You didn't even win in a dominant faction with your finisher, which is an awesome finisher.
You won up in a roll up.
A roll up, aka the backwoods.
That's the 6th move of doom.
Come on, dog.
But it's
okay. Talk to me.
They don't care about the women's division if it's
At
not
all.
Britt Baker. Every company has the same problem.
They do. Except for Impact.
Yeah, and that's the problem. Except for NXT, because NXT kind of
Fire.
plays
Women
well.
after women. Yo, if you don't watch NXT Women Division, you gay. That's it.
That has nothing to do with anything, but because shout out to it being Pride Month.
Yes.
Yeah, I can't
Happy
say
Pride.
that.
Shout out to everyone in the LGBTQ+.
We're definitely
community.
an ally for the Jobbertears right now. We support the LGBT community. Definitely.
Along with Black WrestleFest next weekend, Billy Dixon's putting on a 2-night extravaganza.
Deathmatch?
No.
Shout out to Billy Dixon.
But he is so Friday night. I do
good
think
song.
that he's main eventing against Darius Carter in an I Quit match.
There's
So that is happening.
Darius Carter gonna
And then
gonna
the
fold him up.
Saturday- And then the Saturday night is the ball like how we went to last year. So,
Okay.
so
We gotta
that's
go.
happening.
We gotta go. I can't wait to go. I can't wait to
So-
dance.
But yeah, it's they don't care. He doesn't care. He doesn't care if it's not involved with Britt Baker.
I see that, yeah.
And he doesn't. And then also he's building up Jade a little. He's building up Jade pretty well.
But
in the actual title picture, there's nothing there.
There's nothing because because that's what happens when you kind of put yourself in that box of let me get this undefeated streak, and now you done ran through.
you did put it in the box.
Everybody.
You did put it in the
So
box.
that's why the whole when Anna Jay got the title match at Double or Nothing, that made no sense because she already beat her, and then it was like, okay, what do we do next? But that was why I had asked. So if you were on our Facebook group Jobbertears podcast page, I had asked a question because I was like, so who's facing Jade and Thunder Rosa at Forbidden Door? And
They're not in the matches. They don't have matches.
but that's where that's where.
Yeah,
I
what
was
kind of
getting
backwards
to.
booking is that? That's a perfect time to display your champion black
New
woman.
Japan doesn't have a women's division.
So
New Japan has Japanese companies that's all women.
Yeah, so why'd you get the woman? You know
So
what?
You wanna, so
I don't want to kill Jade.
And
Never
you know
mind.
what? I didn't even know until when I posted it and people were like commenting. But what's the sister Stardom?
Yeah.
It's the sister company.
Yeah.
Which is the all female
I
promotion.
know.
They have a pay-per-view the same night as Forbidden Door. In Japan. So, but I asked that question not because like I didn't know who. I asked it so that people can really put in perspective of how this supposedly promoter of the year, how he views women's wrestling. And that for me is the bigger issue. It's not even so much of like who's your champion or are they on every week, but like as an overall picture,
Tony is a wrestling fan.
you don't put over women's wrestling.
Tony is a wrestling fan. So, like he's a typical wrestling fan, and typical wrestling fans don't like women wrestling, as you can see.
But I don't understand. But that's where the money is.
Yes, but he doesn't care.
Because if you treat it like the rap game when it comes to women wrestling, it's just like, yo, when someone usually get hot because of the women and the men hop on there. It's common sense.
Obviously, but he doesn't see it that way.
Like, for example, why do you think that Roman's so hot? Because they made it a sex symbol, and then niggas like, oh, yeah, I can't hate on him now, blah, 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 blah. Like, literally, like, my thing is like, let's be real. The only person I feel like who really took the opportunity and ran with it is Swerve Strickland. Like, that man definitely involved his whole character, his gimmick, how that every time he's on screen, he grabs the audience. I feel like the only one who's kind of benefiting of it, Tony Starks, Will Hobbs, all these other dudes. Everyone else, they just feel like you said, they just came out the factory, you beat them, and that's it. Like, I kind of like when Cody was there.
Oh, why?
Because Cody, when he was aired, he gave like a real dynamic of the show. Because when Cody was there, he felt like a big deal. Because he made him like a big deal.
Well, you also got to understand, Cody. I remember I took this diversity meeting thing for work once. Because the school was racist at the time.
I remember, yeah.
Some racist shit. And I always bring up this story because the guy that was running the diversity meeting.
Why is it so funny?
He was like the king of diversity. He was gay, black.
Wow.
Like he was just like he was just
Was he
diverse.
bald?
Yeah.
It's dang.
So he was like, "Yo." One of the things says, "I have white friends, I have Asian friends, I have this and that." I'm getting to a point here.
Yeah, we know.
He was like, yeah, they're all different races and from different backgrounds, but we all think the same. So the problem with Cody is that he thought differently from everybody else. For the most part, everybody thought the same, and that same way is what Tony Khan thinks. So that's what Cody added, having a different perspective.
Yeah.
From that, because he is from he's a WWE kid for the most part. And he's coming in there with that WWE mentality. It's not the right thing. AEW is not the right thing, but you can put it together and work together. You can come up with beautiful things.
Yeah, during the pandemic, that's what they did.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's when it comes to women's wrestling, it's just not a thing for him. He doesn't care.
It's not a priority.
It's not a priority.
And it's unfortunate.
But you don't see the moolah he makes? Like, you understand how much money leaving off the table?
It's unfortunate because you have women like Toni Storm. You have women like Ember Moon. You have women that see it as a place of opportunity, but then they don't get the opportunities. So it's like, what am I doing here? What, how do I fit in? And it was the same thing that Swole has said that everybody was coming at her crazy about. It's the same thing Sheeta said, and everybody was coming out, didn't say anything to her. But it's the same thing where you're just like, where do I fit into all like this puzzle? What puzzle piece am I? And I think that's a bigger issue than that's being talked about. So that's why I asked that question.
I mean, listen, it still is in the infant stage. 3 years. Would they get it right in a couple of years?
So at what year are we gonna stop using they at year 6, 7, 8? What year?
That's how business is, You know better,
but
girl.
I'm asking you, what year are we gonna be? We not gonna use that as the first line.
5 years.
Okay.
Because that a lot of businesses don't make it out the first 3 years.
I mean, you got a billionaire pumping money into it, so I wasn't.
Still,
I never thought that they would go down because they started at the bottom. So I never saw it going down. But you get to a point where now they're in that 3-4 year plan, and yet your women roster is not a priority.
It never will be.
like, literally, they could. It's basically. You know what? We probably don't know better because we never handled that much money. You understand? So we probably don't know. But at this point, it's kind of common sense. Like, literally, your only women's matches, it felt compact. And you talking about how that, we have extra time, but it didn't feel like you gave extra time.
Well, the match wasn't that great. That's another reason why.
It was sloppy towards the end, but
The match wasn't that great. So that's another thing.
I kind of was excited for it. I ain't gonna hold you. It didn't make sense because I don't mind because I felt like it would be like a combat type of thing, like match.
So
let me
ask you guys a question and be honest. Wow. Other than Jade, let me not even do this. What women in your eyes that you think that you could build a vision around? Like, if Tony Khan actually, all right, pick these women.
Besides Jade and Britt Baker?
Yeah.
Chris Statlander.
Yes.
Thunder Rosa.
Yes.
I mean, honestly, Nyla, because you need
Nyla
that monster.
Of course.
Nyla Rose.
Of course. I agree.
Sheeta.
Yeah.
Violet. Kira Hogan.
Yeah.
You can move. I'm gonna say Amber, but you can move Athenia all over the place. She can work with anybody. They have women.
They have the pieces.
They have Toni Storm.
Yeah, Toni Storm could be the face of that division.
So once again, they have the pieces, but they don't. It's like, remember when you were a kid and you had a 50-piece puzzle?
Yeah.
and to complete it, you were missing like that one side piece puzzle that you was like, fuck, I knew it was in the box, but it's not there anymore.
Yeah.
That's what the fuck their division is. It's like we have all the pieces together, but that one piece, which is the Tony Khan piece, to complete everything and move it into an actual picture, you don't have.
So let me ask you a question. Who is the women's locker room leader? Because WWE, they have one. Like, who's the one that who stick up for everybody? Who's like the Mickey James?
It was Cody.
Oh, for the women's? Oh,
yeah, it was Cody.
Dang.
Swole said that, I think.
That he looked out for the girls,
Yeah.
Him, his brother. That's what I said, the brother.
Yeah, and then Dustin is trying to help as well. It's just that they need help. They need help. They need to develop, and the card is stacked up.
Yeah.
And they don't care for that right now because they have their core audience. And they're not trying to get past
because that was always my issue, is that you do all these like tournaments and things like that, but then there's no like real prize. Like, remember when they did the tag team, whatever the fuck it was,
for women,
and Ivelisse and Diamante won?
Yeah.
I bet you niggas forgot about that.
Yeah, they did.
Well, and then WWE had a whole women's tag team division that just evaporated.
But that tag team, I've said it from day one, that should have never been a thing, but.
But then they announced it, and then they just got rid of it. It's all across the board in different types of ways. Mm-hmm. I just think AEW does it the worst when it comes to that.
Yeah.
This past Dynamite was okay.
Yeah, it was.
Like last week Dynamite was one of its best.
I agree.
But this past week was just like, yo, get to the point.
There was no point though, because you opened up with the Battle Royal.
Yeah.
And they did it like the Casino Battle Royal, which threw me off a little, because when I saw when I saw Darby Allin come out, I was like, wait, are they doing like a 6-person Battle Royal? What's going on here? And then Tony Schiavone was like, oh no, this is the first group. I was like, oh, okay. Mm-hmm. So then they did that. I did like that swerve Darby and Keith Lee. I did like that. Mm-hmm. That was cute. I feel like they wasted the Joker, because like if the Joker wasn't gonna win, I didn't think he needed to be in that
Joker
match.
Again?
It was Andrade.
Yeah, which he did good.
I actually wanted him to win.
I thought he should have won.
I thought he should have won too.
Yeah,
he just got back from vacation, so you still smell like a vacation.
Yeah.
Like, bro, you out here tan still. He should have won
instead of having him lose and
then have Kyle O'Reilly win to then. And that was my issue with the Battle Royal. It was like, no matter who won, you still knew Moxley was still gonna win. Like it was never a like, oh shit, like if Warlord would have won if he would have been in it and won the Battle Royal, then everybody would have been like, oh, like now you don't know who's gonna win.
Yeah.
You would have been confused. You would have been excited to actually now see what the main event and how that was gonna play out. But Warlord, smartest guy in the building, did not go into that, and I was glad he didn't. But then for Kyle O'Reilly to win, I was like, yeah, Mox is gonna win.
But he should be TBS champion though, Warlord.
And that's gonna be that. Well, yeah, because you want to give him the Austin Theory build. You want to build him from the bottom, have him win.
I mean, he about to fight 20 niggas next week.
Man, listen, he about to fight 20 independent guys from whatever city they at.
Listen, you might see Zuka King or Encore. Or Law.
I wonder where they are next week, because if they in South Carolina next week.
Yeah, so you might see Zuka.
Right.
You might see Yaya. You might see Montana. So you might see a couple of dudes in there. You never know.
Well, regardless of the fact, they
You might see Law.
No, we won't. But yeah, I just don't think that was the smartest move to do, because you already knew Mox was gonna go against Tanahashi, so that was that. I didn't even believe about the Will Ospreay, but I think it was because when I got home, I didn't turn it on immediately. So when he told me, he was like, Wilkins, Ospreay's on TV. I was like, what?
So if that's the case, if Stardom has their own little pay-per-view of themselves, why don't you say the women over there?
Because they don't believe in real partnerships.
You could deadass could have, well, you can send Jay.
And also, too, that market may not know. They may not be as receptive.
That is true. But if they see Jade, a muscular black woman, that's
Jade,
money.
it may not be because their culture and how they view certain things are very different than how we view and see things.
They love black people.
Well, yeah, they do.
And she tall and muscular. Come on,
They're
B.
gonna love her. They're gonna love her.
Yeah.
They're like Death by Susu.
Yeah.
Okay.
You never heard of that?
No.
From Futurama?
No.
Futurama is a classic show, though. I've seen every episode. That and King of the Hill. And Everybody Hates Chris. Yeah.
Everybody hates Chris.
Yeah.
I just like that the kid was in Abbott Elementary.
Yo.
I don't care.
Great show.
Great show.
Great show.
We get into the end, B.
What do you think about Cody?
Yeah.
Wrestling on Hell in a Cell.
So that was the other big thing of the weekend. Cody still wrestling with an ugly ass pectoral tear.
But they say that he could wrestle with it.
Well, yeah, because the muscle's off the bone, so it's not like you hurting anything.
Yeah. Like, they just said at this point, it's just pain.
Yeah, it's just pain. And then
you saw the video?
Who said that?
There's a doctor on YouTube that always.
Yeah, it's just pain, and he might overcompensate for something else.
Yeah.
He might hurt something else, but for the most part, he's fine.
He can't.
It's your tolerance. It's your tolerance of pain at this point.
So that's why. So what was it? And it was a week full of injuries, and we'll get to the C to the M to the pump.
Mm-hmm.
And also DB low key is injured, but they don't really want to say. But yeah, Cody once again deciding to wrestle.
Mm-hmm.
What did y'all think of the match itself? What type of?
It was a really good match.
What type of mark did it leave?
It left a great mark, and it left. It really set up Cody to be a mega babyface.
Yeah. It's just like.
Is Seth his ultimate rival?
Yes, that's how it should be. And Seth is doing a phenomenal job.
Seth.
And I niggas need to stop bringing Steph into that conversation. I'm the greatest of the greatest currently right now. One of the greatest.
He is.
One of the best wrestlers right now.
He is.
Niggas gotta put some respect.
No.
on Cody.
I
mean on Seth.
Nigga is. He went through gimmicks. You know when someone's great is when they can elevate the IC title. When he had the IC title to run, when he had a little crew, him versus Kevin Owens, when it was on site, him as Messiah breaking like Mysterio's eye. Come on, dogs.
I mean, my favorite. I love the fact. So, and I think that's what I love about Cody. And I know some people may take it as his Achilles heel is that he's very old school. He's very meticulous about how things are presented. And he's very big on storytelling. He's very big on making sure that each move and each piece makes sense.
That's how you're supposed to do it.
And so, but a lot of people give him slack for that because it's not done. It's not done often.
It's not a Young Bucks match.
No, which we'll get into that. But I think Cody and Seth really taking themselves to the limit. I think really shows a test of both of them. I love Seth did the fucking polka dot.
Exactly.
There was nothing he could like. You can't ask for nothing more. Like
wow, finally. Woo. No,
what's wrong with you?
I jammed my finger reffing a month ago, and I finally got it to crack.
Oh,
okay.
Well, Seth is like one of the greatest.
He is.
Yeah.
He is
one of the greatest in the generation, bro.
Because he can do face, he can do heel, he can do tween. He can take a storyline and run with it. That's why when Cody,
he's the best out right now.
Yeah.
So that's why when Cody was like, he was talking about Money in the Bank, I was like, excuse me?
He's Luca.
And then fucking Seth okie doking him, thinking that everything's all cool. I said, man, this.
It's gonna be on site for them.
If we could just get two or three other programs like this, I think everybody in the wrestling community would shut the fuck up.
Of course, but they're not because we're not gonna get that. They need to put Kevin Owens in that spot.
I had told Mikey that the other day.
He's a sometime champion.
When we were watching Raw, I said, low key, Kevin Owens needs to win Money in the Bank.
He need to.
Like, if there was anybody, I said, listen, if Cody not gonna win it, okay, cool. I'll take Cody winning the Rumble, fine. But if there's anybody right now on that roster that can really elevate and keep Money in the Bank popping, it would be Kevin Owens. So I really kind of hope that he does
He's
that.
a great wrestler, basically.
I'm sorry, Raw was like the best Raw I feel like in weeks.
So, okay. How you feel about Finn?
Months. That
It was great. I didn't see it coming.
I didn't. No one did.
But some people say that makes no sense. There was just like how that this is what I heard. It made no sense because why we go for a loser with Finn Balor instead of Edge, who made y'all win.
Wait, but are we not talking about the same Finn Balor that started and had the Bullet Club at its highest? Is that the same Finn Balor that we're talking about?
True.
So what are we talking about? I think that them deciding that they can take on the group themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, if you were looking for like that shock value, they delivered.
It was a good shock value.
I would have never guessed that like in a million. I was like, what?
But they said that Edge, they kicked out Edge because Edge didn't want no mystical.
It's a whole bunch of stuff that on the interwebs has been going around this week about Edge. Edge injured. Edge didn't like the direction that creative wanted the group to go in. It's a whole bunch of stuff, but I think, and that's something I had mentioned last week. Shout out to Chris for Heels for Life podcast.
Shout out to Chris.
That I had mentioned to him. I said, doing that and trying to figure out all the things that, could be wrong or is wrong with how things turned out. You're taking the fun out of just having that experience and enjoying that moment. Like, that's a moment that we will talk about even at the end. Like, when we talk about the end of the year shit and what's happened the last 12 months, niggas will talk about how the Judgment Day turned on their leader.
Exactly.
Period. So I thought it was dope. I did not see that coming at all.
Nobody saw it coming with some good shit.
It was some good shit. But I felt like even just the night continued. Like, even the whole shit was still Kevin Owens and Ezekiel / Elias / whatever the fuck you want to call him today. And like for him to be like, I am Elias, and then for him to be like, man, that's all it took to get a match with you was to tell you that I lied. I'm Ezekiel. I said, oh shit.
I love it. That's
love
sports entertainment.
Shit like that.
That's some good shit.
And then they had the fatal 4-way for the number one contender for Bianca Belair at Money in the Bank, and I think they got it right with Rhea. So that
Rhea's so fine, boy.
Dre Boo was in it. Dewdrop.
Why you got to keep saying this Dre's boo?
Shout out to Dre.
He's so tickled. Just know that's not funny.
But
just know. He's so fucking tickled.
Listen. Shout out to Dre, man. Shout out to Dre of the Yard Sports, man. His
Can't.
birthday was just. Oh yeah, everybody's happy birthday to him. Shout out my nigga Dre, man.
But Raw this week was definitely business definitely picked up on that one. So I was.
Yeah, it was good.
I enjoyed watching.
I didn't watch it live though. Like I was too sick. But like what I would like the 10 minutes I was ready to watch before my eyes hurt. It was good. Yeah, because like I just watched the highlights.
Oh, because then even if you go back to even rewind and go back to SmackDown, fucking Sami Zayn screwing Riddle and
Fire.
Nakamura, that was pretty.
Fire,
I
son.
remember that. That
Fire,
was dope.
son.
Sami Zayn's another treasure within the business, B.
Son, he is. Hopefully he can fight El Generico. I hope El Generico will come out of retirement, man. That was a good wrestler too, man.
He was a great wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
I hope like him, the orphanage is doing okay. Mm-hmm. I wonder if Kevin Steen's with him too.
Why don't you ask them?
I don't use Twitter like that.
Okay, me neither. I ain't got the Bluebird, so I don't know.
I missed them though. Kevin Steen and El Generico.
Oh yeah, let them know on the camera. Tell them.
Kevin Steen, El Generico. If you're hearing this, whatever lane you in, I miss y'all in wrestling.
So whatever land you're in, I miss you and I love you.
Just like Stardust. Like I wonder what happened to Stardust. He was a good wrestler.
Yeah, I don't know either. But back to on the AEW side.
Okay, what are we talking about, dogs?
How the loved and newly crowned AEW World Champion CM Punk was on Dynamite last week, tagging with FTR, who are the current ROH.
Wait. I forgot he did that shit. Wait. I forgot he did that stupid shit. He wrestled, then basically an hour later, he said that, oh, I can't wrestle no more. That shit just hit me. Was Rampage live?
Rampage was live.
Okay. All right. I thought they had that. They put an okie doke like
They
fight on Rampage. But an hour later, nigga, like you're not slick.
No. What they ended up doing, everything was live this week because they were out in California. So the Friday night,
That shit was fire though.
Rampage was where the Young Bucks are from. That was their hometown, so they were definitely live.
Are we gonna talk about
but
that?
CM Punk had announced on the Rampage, tears in his eyes, that he will need surgery and will be out at an undisclosed amount of time. And he wanted to relinquish the title, but Tony said, we'll just get a part-time.
That's
interim.
the stupidest shit in the world.
It's the dumbest shit in the world.
I think it's dumb too.
It's dumb as fuck.
It's
because
not, once again,
it's not the pandemic.
But it puts you. I don't know if his favorite shape is a box or it's like a square. I don't know, but when you do that, it puts you only in. It's like a one road. You can only go down this way, and that is it. You can't go left, can't go right. You just go down this road, and it's not always great.
So Tony has to learn, like, these niggas ain't your friends. I think that's why sometimes he gets caught up with.
They're your employees.
They're your employees. And to think about it, yes, you take off the title of Punk, and he can easily get it back.
Him versus Mox down the road, promos, match-wise.
Well, that's what,
that's money right there.
But that was why the whole doing the Rumble thing, and then the person meeting Mox, and then Mox moving on to Forbidden Door to go, like all of that. Just was basically them saying, listen, when Punk's ready to come back, we'll pull the trigger on him and Mox. Because that's all he kept saying. From when he won the title on Sunday to that Friday, when they asked him in that media thing on that Sunday after the show, they said, well, who would you like to fight? And he kept saying Mox. He kept saying Daniel Bryan. He kept naming a few people, but the first person he named was Mox every time. So I had already knew when they had said when Mox was now mysteriously the number one ranked. I said, oh, this is just you guys like setting that up, which you didn't need to, because that you can genuinely give a nice program for it and build up to it. But
like I feel like there's no real like sense of like. I'll give you an example. Chad Gable in King of Ring tournament. There was nobody like that to root for. He don't make underdog stories like that. He don't. And when he does, it's just like it's like he don't like only like he don't really extend it. I felt that he actually was trying during the pandemic, the first year, like he really was sending stories, I guess because of Cody. Like, for example, Darby Allin versus Mero. Darby Allin had 2 months, he carried Dynamite. That 3 or 2 months he was in Dynamite, he carried it on his fucking back.
Yo, was Mero in that battle royal?
No, he wasn't. Mero is in an Atlantic title. So then he carried that shit on the back. And then the moment that you saw him, look at this thing, game a pound, and Mero whooped his ass. It's like there's no moments like that as much. And when there is, you don't build on it. And like it's very far in between. Like the Yuta match. That was good though, but it was just like, okay, what's next? Like
random. Conan did an interview and talks about the lack of Latino representation in wrestling in the United States.
Oh, it's terrible.
And you mentioned, fighting for that and, having more of that lucha influence. But I think a huge topic, and I kind of do want to dive into this a little bit. And it's been discussed how, there really still isn't, I would say, do you think that there's enough of that Latino representation in wrestling right now in terms of being treated in terms of like big stars? Because I don't think so, but I kind of wanted to get your opinion on it.
No, because you got to remember, they don't make their money. I had a conversation with Vince McMahon now it's probably 2 years ago. But I had a conversation with him, and one of the things that he told me, and he was right, he was like, well, really, there's no money in Mexico. I can make more money off the Mexican Hispanics in the United States, right? And which is probably right. But at the same time, it's a huge market that you're missing out on. Plus, you're missing the Mexican-American market because, as I told them at the time, I said, with all due respect, you're not really taking advantage of lucha libre. You have Mexican wrestlers doing lucha moves within the confine of an American match. You have straight lucha libre, you know. And but anyways, I just think that neither Tony nor Vince, not being Latino, understand the Latino market. They haven't really made their money off Latinos. You know, all their money's never really been made off of them, so they don't understand the power.
So let me ask you a question. Let me add on. Be honest. Do you think these fans appreciate lucha wrestling?
No, because they don't know it like that.
But the thing is, though, so let's talk business-wise.
Oh,
They have tried to build up Latino wrestlers.
Okay.
But they haven't done enough to build them up.
Okay.
And you know what? I always use Bad Bunny.
Yes. Yes.
This motherfucker came in,
Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny! Brought all his fan base,
Son.
sold out
Yeah.
merch,
Yeah.
sold out tickets off his name.
And all the American fans who don't know Bad Bunny, who knows Bad Bunny? Literally, you saw 5 Latinos get on them. You may not know him, but I know who he is.
Yeah, so the support is real because of his music.
And
Now, when it comes to Latino wrestlers, I'm not Latino, so I can't 100% speak on it. I'm looking at it from the outside looking in.
okay.
So there hasn't been that guy, or they haven't tried to build that guy to be the face of a company type of thing.
So let me ask you a question, right? Using the current state of wrestling, you cannot use Rey Mysterio because that's a cheat code right there. Who would you say that you're gonna be my Latino star?
Right now, honestly, Santos Escobar
Yes.
is by far the closest thing that they can literally build and mold to being a top superstar.
And I'm being like,
hands down.
and let's be realistic. Let's be real. His accent's not heavy. You can understand when he talks.
It's he can cut a promo.
Exactly.
It's not
a
even
compelling
it's,
promo.
It's not even the accent, because
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does.
It's the swag.
Yeah.
it's
no,
the-
because Miro has an accent. But the thing about it, his accent is heavy.
But you can understand him.
That's not it's not the accent. It's pronouncing the words and just having charisma. Because
Okay.
for instance, another person that
Who?
all right, Shinsuke Nakamura barely speaks English,
Oscar barely speak English.
but these motherfuckers is swaggy,
swag.
swaggy,
Bad Bunny.
swaggy.
Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny
Like-
speaks like decent
No.
English.
I'm talking about even though that you may not understand them, like you said, it's a swag.
Yes, because they ooze charisma.
Okay.
And they haven't put somebody in place that oozes that charisma.
Okay.
Or they haven't discovered that person.
Okay.
I hated Albert Del Rio.
But he has swag.
I don't give a fuck. That nigga was whack.
He was.
Yeah, these motherfuckers were loving him.
Yeah, 'cause
and
I
I
think
sat
at
there and I was
the-
like, this nigga's trash.
Because I think at the time,
He's on Latino other than Ray.
not only that, but they really gave him
Yeah.
that intro that not a lot of superstars get. Like he had the entrance, he had the personal ring announcer, he had the car, he had the
Yeah.
money, he had the legacy, he had all that stuff coming into the situation. So the way they presented him was that larger than life type of thing. And then when he won the title, and
Shit was trash. Trash.
subjective.
He did win the most man in Battle
Yeah,
Royal.
he was the only.
40
He
man.
won the 40-man World
I don't give a
Rumble,
fuck.
like-
I can see why y'all like him. I can see why y'all fucks with Albert Del Rio.
Who said I fuck with him?
But I see y'all defending him.
I'm not defending him.
I liked what it was at that
At the time.
Even at the time,
At
the
the
nigga was
time.
trash, B. He wasn't cutting fire promos. His wrestling skills were okay.
Him and Dolph had good.
But
then
see,
again,
but I
Dolph had a
think
good
that's
match with everybody.
but I think that's probably why a lot of American promoters don't take the chance on lucha style.
No, but the
because-
lucha style is popping.
It's
done.
popping.
But the thing
It's
is,
popping.
okay, so Conan said something he said something very important. Lucha style and an American style play sometimes doesn't go together.
Yeah.
He has a point on that.
Because look at sometimes how, like, let's say, because the other person outside of Santos Escobar, for me, I actually really like Rey Fenix. And I feel like at times Ray Phoenix, depending on who he's facing and when he wants to do certain moves, they don't connect because they don't. It's not fluid because it's like it's that you're wrestling lucha style and an American style.
And that makes perfect. By the way, this nigga fly.
Ooh.
Oh, Ray Phoenix.
Ray Phoenix. I saw him.
Swaggy.
Son, he was in regular clothes, my nigga.
Yeah, he's fire. Yeah.
Swaggy.
Penta, like, okay, I feel
Mexican wrestlers are the
fly.
best dressed wrestlers.
Swaggy.
Okay,
Yeah.
I feel like Penta is the better wrestler. No.
I
What I
disagree.
mean by that is he fits with more styles because Penta Impact, Penta Lucha Underground, different. Go back and watch Impact stuff. Different, man.
It's only but so much.
Ray
of-
goes a little slower.
Who?
Ray goes a little slower for me.
Who?
Ray Phoenix.
Yeah.
I like how he.
Because he slows it down a little bit.
I like how
And
he.
he
picks
does
it.
tell
sells better.
stories.
He
What?
sells better.
What? Man, he make him versus Lance Arch. I could count Ray Phoenix match. That was fire, B.
Because
But,
he
that, but,
sells.
that's why the whole Penta doesn't work for me because it's just like how many more Zero Meros are we gonna get before you do some shit? Like what are we doing? Like
It's character work, man.
Exactly.
That
Like he's selling the gimmick, man.
that's a disconnect for me.
No,
That's
you
not
see,
it for me.
you have to understand. It's called selling your gimmick. You see, what I learned in Battle
but
Club.
If you don't like the gimmick,
No.
If
No,
you
no,
don't
no, no.
like the gimmick or you don't connect with the gimmick, then the
But
gimmick's not
he's
gonna
still
work.
doing his job. You know.
I'm not denying he's not doing.
Shout out to the
his
Fallout
job,
Shelter for educating me
but
how to sell your gimmick in the ring.
The gimmick just doesn't. Not all gimmicks are gonna hit for everybody the same.
1,001%. You know,
So
some people think that
that's
The Rock
what
is.
I'm saying.
Like, some people think that The Rock is whack.
Oh, excuse me?
Some people think that. You know, some people
Nobody
first
thinks The
Stone
Rock
Cold.
is whack.
I was
son.
gonna. You'd be surprised. There are some people that. Do.
And
So
they're
you-
fucking stupid.
So you think that? So you think that KKK member is going to choose The Rock over Stone Cold?
Yes.
Whoa.
I don't know why you went to the KKK, by the way.
Yeah,
Because that's what's racist group.
So that's why I said.
You
I said, whoa.
can't really
I
go
said,
with that.
whoa.
Regular people would talk. We're not talking about a racist group called the KKK.
That order. That
But
already.
to go
singles
back to the
us out.
Latino thing, and I'm speaking as a black man. I don't know what the Latino struggle is. I've heard about
So
it.
let's get someone on the show.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
You find somebody, and then we'll figure it out.
You want to interview Smiley?
Smiley's not Latino.
That's hilarious. Let's continue what you were saying.
I don't think so, from what I remember.
Oh, you stop fucking with me, son.
I don't think he is. I'm almost 100% sure I don't think he is.
We will find somebody.
But like I said before, anyways.
Wait, to everybody who's watching currently or in the future, whoever you want us to interview a Latino wrestler, put it in the description, put it in the comments below because Jobbertears try to expand our knowledge of the wrestling community.
So I haven't seen anybody. Like, once again, Abel Del Rio was trash.
Okay, so who in the
Andrade,
indies? So who in the indies that you'll see that have that somebody to pick up as Latino wrestler?
I don't know enough. I don't want to say
Educate us, y'all.
I don't want to say that blanket statement and then
Hey,
I don't know enough.
I respect that. This is why we here. Educate us.
I don't know enough about it because I'm struggling with getting black wrestlers on.
Wait for Hispanic wrestlers.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, okay, we can figure that out. That's
Yeah,
not
that could be a
hard,
conversation that I could look up.
I'd like to get like a lucha libre person.
But it's one of those things that for me, the one thing Hispanic wrestlers have is that they can go to Mexico
Yeah.
and get busy.
Yeah.
And they can go to other Latin countries and get
Yeah.
busy
Yeah. Yeah.
because that's home.
Yeah.
I mean, Red Velvet's Hispanic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's Colombian.
She's Colombian. So Red Velvet's Hispanic. That's one that's being pushed. But
I think he made like
not Spanish Latino. I'm sorry. 'Cause Spanish is a
and language. Like I think that what Konami like who embraced that lucha libre, like they wear it as them like a Eddie. You understand? As a Ray Phoenix, Pento, it's guys
I think
like that.
we've only, to be honest, nowadays we're only seeing the Lucha Bros.
And Rey Mysterio and his son.
Rey Mysterio and his son, and then we're also seeing Escobar and the rest of the crew.
So who's the Impact?
Well, MLW has that whole underground
the Aztec team, right?
So
Oh yeah, MLW like
MLW has sometimes has like mad lucha matches and stuff there. So
but overall there is a lot of good Latino wrestlers. KC Navarro, Tasha Steelz. There's a lot.
Yeah. Actually, we're bugging. Like you said, Casey,
Yeah.
Tasha Steelz. Who else?
But see, I think the thing though,
What he means like that lucha, like who embraced it.
I think more or less Conan, because that's the style of wrestling.
Yeah,
especially
I think that's what he
because
means.
Of AAA, he's talking about lucha style wrestling being represented in the United States.
That's
But
what he
the
means.
thing about it, it's how am I gonna do lucha style and then they go opposite directions?
Correct.
Their footing is opposite. Did you know that?
Yeah. Like you get taught in America to lead with your right.
With your right,
But
they get taught to lead with their left.
Oh, so
Yeah.
it's a whole different
Yeah,
dance.
Yeah, so it's even harder. That's what I just thought he meant Latinos in general.
No.
So because that's what I took it as.
The way I took it, he was talking about like the
lucha,
lucha
yeah,
style.
yeah.
But the thing about it, Denise, the person that was interviewing, meant Latinos.
Oh.
He went left with he went left. But I want to stick with the Latino representation in wrestling.
Okay.
Because we have LAX, aka Proud and Powerful.
So-
But have they pushed him to the forefront?
No, they haven't.
No, but the thing, so the interesting part is that sometimes you can look, and that's why like perception is kind of crazy out here, because you can look at somebody and not know what their heritage is. Like I did not know until like I read up about Red Velvet, or until Salvatore had told me like, nah, she's actually Colombian, and I was like, oh shit.
Did an interview with her back in the day, guys.
So
Yeah, those are the COVID days.
Boy was out here. Just let's let you know we working.
We always working. But I think that sometimes it's also the thing of when you have like multiple cultures, or you're like
It's more multiple skin colors.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is, because so this you've dealt with it,
whole life.
being Hispanic or Latino, whichever one you want to go for,
Yeah.
or Latinx. My Hispanic friend be like,
Yeah,
nigga,
no,
don't call me
no,
Latinx.
yeah,
Don't call me that shit.
Nah.
But Latino or Hispanic, whichever one,
You prefer, yeah.
whichever one you prefer, you have this underlining of colorism within the culture.
Because it made different shades.
Many different shades.
Correct.
Because me and you could be from Honduras.
Honduras. Don't forget Bobby Lashley. He's Panamanian.
Panamanian.
Yeah.
You could also be Colombian. I could
Yeah.
also be Colombian. Dominican. All of
Yeah.
that. So it plays a factor.
Okay.
But I think it's embracing that, talking about it more.
And also it being a part of
But
the
then
character
again,
that you have.
They
Yeah,
do not
and
put
I
it-
think that's another thing that you just mentioned is when you make it part of your character.
But the thing about it is they don't advertise that. Like Bobby Lashley, that's a perfect opportunity to say, yo, Latino Heritage Month, Bobby
mean,
Lashley
they
from
may
Panama.
put-
You
they may
understand?
pull-
And
pull
they
up
could
in
have,
September.
listen, the same exact way they could have sent coffee to Africa, they could at least send it to Panama.
That's actually a good point. He has a point. They got sent him to Panama.
But
the thing about it-
that's not. But the catch-22 about that though is that if that's not what you identify as, then it's harder to express that.
But then
or
it's-
put that in the forefront.
But Bobby knows he's Panamanian. He said he's Panamanian.
But
But also-
I'm saying, so take for instance, me growing up, because my mama black and my daddy Cuban, but I was always closer to my mom's side of the family.
Like
So
The
for
Rock
me-
with his dad.
and his mom. So for me,
Ah.
I identify. It wasn't until I got older and just kind of like understood it, embraced it a little more.
What the people saying?
But I grew up like I'm a black woman, like I'm black, like I don't know what y'all talking about. So when niggas would look at me like, no, you not, and I'm like, no, that's what I am, because that's what I identify. So I mean, even in wrestling, someone can be from Panama, or family can be have Panamanian descent. But if that's not what you identify as, if that's not what you are culturally understanding of, then that's not something you're going to present yourself
But
with.
sometimes even your own culture rejects you.
Correct.
Because a lot of Haitian people said I'm not Haitian enough. Like they dead ass reject me. Oh, you're not Haitian.
Oh, you're too Americanized.
Yeah, you too
That-
Americanized.
yeah,
you
so
don't do
that-
certain things, like certain words. They make fun of me. I'm looking like, yo, bro, you hear my fucking accent when I talk, bro. What do you mean?
But it's a very
Catch-22.
no, it's more than that. It's like it's a very deep issue.
It's a deep. It goes
It-
deeper
it's
because it's
very
more.
deep.
It goes along the lines of identity. It goes along the
True.
lines of like a self-awareness. It does go a lot deeper.
because it's
for
one thing.
that.
It's one thing because you mentioned Bobby Lashley.
Right.
Technically, he's Hispanic, but the first thing you see is a black man. You don't see a Hispanic man.
Yeah.
Which goes into colorism and another thing. His race is black.
Yes.
First, because a lot of times we go off race first.
Right.
The first thing we see is race, and then we go black. And
Right.
then if somebody's lighter skinned, we can be like, oh, well, where are you from? Are you Hispanic?
See,
Look at Joe Kim.
It's so much harder
Exactly.
because, and it's harder because then you don't want the culture to be the gimmick. So then you don't
Wait. Before you bulldoze that through that statement, elaborate on that.
So you don't want it to be like you want and I think it's just something we're all aware of. We want representation, but we don't want representation to be where it's the comical thing or it's the typical like the typical Hispanic thing to do or like social norms would say or certain things like that. Like you don't want it to be, you kind of have a tug of war of a feeling of like you don't want it to be too gimmicky where it's just like, oh, I'm the wrestler that waters the lawn. You know, or I'm
like the Mexico.
or I'm the wrestler that has a bodega. Or, you know,
Yo, you so stupid, dog.
I ain't gonna hold you. I kind of want that gimmick. That might be a fire gimmick.
No, but it's a.
Oh nah, that would be fine. Like his match would be the bodega death match.
Oh God.
And then he comes in with a cat.
Oh my gosh!
Just holding the cat. It's just like, yo, put the cat down and just get busy.
But that's what I'm saying. I go back to that.
Yo, that would be, no. I'm sorry. The bodega death match.
I'm so mad that I even.
Son, I ain't gonna front.
With that.
It's somebody the whole give is like he has a bodega, son, and like niggas they be fucking with him, so like he got to wrestling.
The bodega on a pole match. Could you imagine?
The lease to the bodega.
Oh my gosh!
The bodega building.
Ooh. Then after that, how that the Italians get beef with.
But that's so that's why I heavily invested in the Legato.
Yo, that's a fire beef.
Because that shit is West Side Story.
That shit's okay.
But there's ways to embrace your culture where you're not playing with.
Right.
Like Legata,
and that's why I said it's a tug of war.
Is Legata like he's Mexican, right? Mm-hmm. The whole group is Mexican. By the way, Shorty is gorgeous. Mm-hmm. On that, like she has my heart.
She's pretty.
No, she's fire. Mm-hmm. But anyways, I'm Mexican. Wear my mask sometimes. I have my colors. But at the same time, I'm a wrestler.
Yeah.
This is not this. I think what and I agree with you because my culture is not a gimmick. My culture is part of who I am. Right.
It actually goes back to, remember when we interviewed Brianna when she was talking about the cypher? Yeah. Because that's a cultural thing. So, like, if you don't know how that is or how that works, then it's going to be presented all misconstrued. And that's the pits in wrestling that we all fall in.
So, let's make it more common. It's like when somebody put raisins in the potato salad.
I'm sorry, no.
What does that have to do with anything?
No, it's like saying that how that culturally it's just like you just insulted my culture. Like if you're gonna do something that
tastes good, actually, I ain't gonna hold you.
No, and that just speaks volumes. So
I see that AEW
may want to be quiet.
Really fucked you up. I see that.
You may want to be quiet.
Hey, please.
No, it actually tastes good. Raisins in potato salad. It has a certain type of sweetness.
Nope, not doing that today. This nigga legit, sir.
Why I get quiet for?
So I said it's turned sour sweetness.
Why I get quiet?
That's just like this Jewish dish that we have at Cats that people get. It's called like noodle kugel, and it has like pieces. It's like noodles, of course, but it has like pieces of like mandarin because it adds a sweetness to it. So that reminded me of that, but I still would say no.
So I said that certain sweetness to it, like. Okay.
First of all,
let's hear this.
Let's
hear this.
In my past, the whites that I have dealt with never liked raisins in their potato salad. First of all, I want to put that out there.
So it's a gentrified whites.
Nigga, what? What?
Yo, listen. When you go to Starbucks, you see gentrified black people and gentrified white people.
But like I said. It's like potato, but first of all, raisins and potato salad taste good. Now we're gonna switch back to what we're talking about.
Okay, what we're not gonna do is you're not gonna one bar that, mic drop it, and then try to move on
No.
when you're ready. That's not okay.
This nigga's wildest.
This nigga said,
Yo, it tastes good.
This nigga said, I said what I said.
It
Now
adds,
let's
it
move
adds
on.
this little tang and sweet. Look, you got the mayo, you got the little thing, you got the potatoes. It's very delicious.
Yeah, no.
Have y'all ever tried it?
You're on your own with that
But
one.
have y'all ever tried it?
I don't want a sweet. Like, if I wanted raisins, I would just eat fucking raisins.
But I'm telling you, put it in your potato salad.
No,
try
I
it.
really wish Michael Bostic was still sitting.
I'll try it. I'll try
I'm
it.
call a white person right here. Now.
What?
I'm call a white person.
No, do it.
First time of the show. Like,
No, do it for real. Oh, for real, for real.
What white people that I know that put raisins in their salad?
The fact that you have to ask that is actually rather questionable in itself. I hope you understand that.
Go to my contacts. White people like that shit too.
Don't you have clients?
But they ain't white.
Oh,
they season white.
They're seasoned white.
Like Russian.
Yeah, they be hit. One of them is married to a Mexican chick, so you know he like flavor.
yeah, he does. He likes flavor. This shit is wild.
You never had it before?
I'll try it.
Clearly, you have had it numerous of times. That's what it sounds like. Was it recent?
It was a couple times.
But was it recent?
Hold on, let me see. No, it wasn't recent actually. Hold on. Let me get somebody.
We waiting.
I know.
What are you gonna ask her?
She picks up. My homegirl Liz.
She likes raisins and potato salad.
I'm pretty sure she does.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure. What is going on?
It's like someone actually.
I'm trying to find out if she likes raisins and potato salad.
Damn.
She's probably gonna pick up.
She's probably like, why is Wilkins calling me?
Your call has been forwarded to an
Let me try another one.
Well, as
Y'all niggas are funny. I'll try it, but that's not my goal. I'm not gonna seek out and look for it. I want to laugh.
hello.
Jayla?
Hey, what's
Hey,
up?
yo,
it's
I was
me,
just thinking
Wilkins.
about her too.
Your number.
Huh?
I said I have your number. What's up?
Okay, so you're on the
Hey,
podcast
girl.
right now, right?
Okay.
And so I need to ask you this question, all right?
Tell her I said hi.
Well, she can hear you.
Yeah.
But tell her I said, say Janelle said hi.
She hears you. All right, so you like potato salad?
I don't really eat potato salad. I don't like it.
Oh, you don't like potato salad? But have you ever had raisins in your potato salad?
Have I ever had what?
Raisins in your potato salad?
No.
With the quickness,
The
no.
way she said no, though.
No.
Do you think it would taste good, though? I think it would taste good.
I guess it depends. I mean, maybe some people like a salty, sweet.
See?
Wow,
See?
wow.
See?
I mean, I haven't tried it, so I can't say it would be disgusting. Like, I think you have to just try it. I guess I wouldn't think to put raisins in potato salad, but I mean, I don't know. People like weird things, so.
Weird, you hear that? People
Personally,
like weird shit.
Come on, son.
Wilkins is weird. The end.
All right. Thank you for that. I appreciate it.
Bye.
Bye.
Hilarious.
Oh, damn. All right, whatever.
My favorite part was,
Hold on. Let me call one more person.
I know your number. So that's exactly who I was thinking about too, for you to ask.
Hello? You're on the podcast right now. I need to ask you a question. All right. Hello? You hear me?
Yes, I do.
All right, cool. Do you like raisins in potato salad? Because I do.
I do not.
That was a hard.
Oh for 2.
I do not.
Oh, there's nobody that likes raisins in potato salad?
No.
No, I think you're thinking of Waldorf chicken salad, maybe, but definitely not potato.
Wow, I never heard that one. I gotta try that
My
one.
girl said, actually, you're thinking about a salad, not potato salad.
All right, thank you. I'll call you back later.
He's
I'll meet you later.
He's
Bye.
so hurt.
Shit. Ladies and gentlemen, I have called 2 Caucasian women, and they both have told me no raisins in the potato salad. But I enjoy some raisins and potato salad, ladies and gentlemen. Fuck out of here, guys.
I guess I'll try it. What's gonna happen? I get food You get what?
I don't think you get food poisoning.
I guess I'll try it.
Here. What else is there? But I think, you know what? I do think taking a deeper look into Latinos in wrestling is definitely worth it, because I think it's a hard tug of war that a lot of them go through of like, how do I embrace or bring my culture to the forefront without looking too gimmicky or it being not serious?
I realized the all successful one blends the style, meaning that when it in with somebody that like Jericho, right? When somebody is with Jericho from the lucha style, Jericho could mingle with them.
But Jericho's a different
20,
beast.
25,
Exactly.
30 years ago, yes.
Exactly.
Jericho's a different beast.
That's the thing. Yeah.
So I just think the lucha style is one thing, because it's really hard to do that in within that squared circle, because
Yeah, it is.
Like you said, it's America's, what is it?
Right.
They're left. They move differently. So that's one thing. Number two, I think the only way you can the Latino your culture can be thinking was not a gimmick, when you're not riding on a lawnmower. Because that happened.
But I'm
in
not
WWE.
I ain't gonna front. The
I'm
Mexican
not
Crew was
gonna
my
hold
favorite
you.
group, though.
But I'm not gonna hold you. There's this one guy, I wish I got his name, that does like the cleanup gimmick. He's he kind of looks like a construction worker, but he's not.
I
a
seen
construction
him.
worker.
He's that hog.
Yo,
I know him.
by far, I love him. I think it's the funniest shit, because you'll be at a show and you'll look at, and he's like cleaning up and helping and like cleaning the ropes, and you're just like, oh, okay. But then he also wrestles, and I was like,
He's also
okay.
actually nice.
Yo, that's what I'm saying. Like, he's nice.
I know who you're talking about.
I like him.
He's that hog.
I like him.
We call him humble.
We should get him.
Why they call him humble?
Because
he's humble.
Because he does it's a very fine line of the typical stereotypical thing, but he owns the fuck out of it.
But then so that's
I
so
love
that's
it.
so that's the thing where it's like, I don't know. It's hard.
It's hard, yeah.
It's a really hard thing, and it's also sad because representatives have to do that.
But see, also too,
Dang.
to what you had mentioned, but the thing though is that they have a whole country that can go and like showcase
Exactly.
and not either be judged or not.
Exactly.
And that's
look
why it's
crazy.
always and then I don't like comparing struggles because it's not right, because somebody's struggle is somebody's struggle.
Yeah, no.
But we have an
they're-
honest conversation.
But within that honest conversation, and then that's the difference between Latino wrestlers and black wrestlers. We don't have a
We
home.
don't have a home, right?
That's the only thing that Latinos have, is that they can go wrestle in Latin America. They can
They'll put on lucha shows. Listen, I'll tell you, I'll never forget that lucha show Vince was on. That Alberto Del Rio was supposed to wrestle him, and he missed the flight and blah blah blah, and there was a whole bunch of shit. But when I tell you, they packed out gauchos in the Bronx with over 200 people at like $45, $50, $60 a person. They come out for each other.
Yeah,
but lucha is culture.
Yeah.
Lucha is culture, and that's why I love how Escobar respects it and shows it off. Same thing with Rey Mysterio. Same thing with his son. They show up the culture in this such a prominent and beautiful way. Rey Fénix, Penta, Andrade. They show it, but when it comes to them being that mega star outside of Rey Mysterio,
Yeah. You don't push them.
yeah, and you know, and it's difficult. The only last megastar we had was Eddie, but hold on, Damian Priest.
Oh, who's supposed to be? I don't know if it's Grand Marshal, but they're honoring him. I believe it's this weekend
In
at
Puerto
the
Rico?
No, at the Puerto Rican Day Parade here in New York.
Really?
Yeah.
My nigga, Damian Priest.
What you call it? David Bell had posted about it.
Yeah, cause what's the name? Demon NYC. She always talks about it because she always says like, yo. She said one thing and I'll never forget, and nobody ever talks about it really. She's like, if Eddie never died, y'all niggas would never respect him.
Because you don't really respect people until they did.
Elaborate.
It's a clip that I had put up a while. It's actually on We'll put the link below. I had a coffee talk with friends thing, and I was, I'm trying to talk about the Latin cult because I don't know too much about it. And it's
on YouTube, right?
Yeah, and she had said like, "Yo, listen, y'all weren't showing Eddie this much love when he was alive."
I didn't know that. I never knew that because us black people embrace Eddie. We loved Eddie
because he was swaggy.
He came out with the car and the low.
Nigga had a low rider, son, and during the time, yo,
My nigga,
and he fucked China. Well, on like kayfabe.
Duh, we know that.
I'm not trying to say like in real life, but I just want to put that out there.
Shout out to X-Pac for though marrying a black woman though. That's like successful and that's like a writer and like is fucking dope.
But he's successful too.
But his wife, she's successful as fuck. I will say.
Yeah, but like you know what I mean? Like Eddie had it something, but she had spoke about that and she's like, there's not that many Latin wrestlers who are popping on that high level besides mid card. Damian Priest is probably gonna be the savior.
Which is why it's interesting how he was the one talking about back on Raw about how the group needed to change and I now looking at that a little differently. It's interesting he was the one that was doing the talking.
Yes, because he's next up, B. Damian Priest is next up, and they're planting the seeds.
But they've been doing it from when he tagged with Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny. And then you also got to understand, let's look at Austin Theory.
Listen, if we get...
Also on the Jobbertears Network, we interviewed him.
Get Jonathan Cena versus Austin Theory.
Oh.
The summer of Cena is going to be hot as fuck.
Nah, that's definitely happening.
Like, I don't know when. We're getting that. I don't know how.
He is Jonathan Cena 2.0.
Do you understand how upset I was? So when they had on Monday, they had talked about, and we'll wrap up in a little bit. On Monday, they talked about celebrating, what was it, 20? Is it 20 or 25 years?
25 years.
Someone said, 20? Eric Dixon said, man, Eddie was a shit when SmackDown was fired, B. I'm looking like, yes, to us.
But I think, once again, it's about who's relatable to you. Like, Eddie showed the struggle. He showed his demons. He wasn't afraid.
That promo he cut on Brock?
He wasn't afraid of what people thought about him.
Yeah, he wasn't.
He it's like, damn if you do, damn if you don't. So like a lot of like the character traits that Eddie held, it related to a lot of people. But
here's the thing. This is what people don't understand. Eddie, Vince let Eddie be Eddie. How many promoters let these Latino stars really shine?
Yeah.
All right, we can't do too much before it gets copyrighted.
He cut such good promos, B. It came from the heart.
But that's why it's relatable. It's the same like how a lot of like.
But the thing about it comes down to cutting promos.
Oh yeah.
You have to be able to sell that character, and you have to show more than just a goofy side because you can't not take it serious. You got to
show more than you could do more than 5 moves too. Like I
know don't do more than 5 moves, but you can do more. You can just do 5 moves.
No, yeah. I know, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, you could.
Everybody can wrestle now.
That's
everybody can wrestle now.
Ain't that the truth?
But not everybody can talk on the mic.
No, not everybody can. Yeah, no, that's a no. But
I talk better than people on the mic and who's in wrestling from the audience.
Well, that's because your ass is a character. So, but any last things before we do wrap up? This
Black WrestleFest is coming up.
Yeah.
We got a card.
Yeah, and then also after that, look out for Jobber Slam 2.
Jobber Slam.
Make sure mark your calendar August 20th. Make sure to stay tuned for more information about that. But as the gentleman had mentioned, Black WrestleFest, once again, you can get your tickets on Brown Paper Ticket.
Description in the description. Link in the description right now.
Also, once again, single day tickets for the convention. The convention part is going to take place next Saturday in Brooklyn. Sir Wilkins over here is going to be moderating one panel about Black media and wrestling, and then myself, I will be moderating a panel talking about Black women in wrestling. So we're excited to do that. We got Chocolate Ref in the building. We got a lot of out-of-towners coming.
I'm reffing?
To Steph. Can I finish what I'm saying?
Oh, my bad.
Shout outs to Steph Hardy coming through.
Oh wait! Shout out to Steph Hardy at Alabama Comic Con with her all setup and everything. Stephanie Hardy, aka Mama Dirt Sheet. Remember that name, Mama Durfsheet. I tell y'all, anybody I endorse, you know the next up.
So absolutely. So shout out to Steph. She'll be here next weekend. Kiki, of course, will be here as well.
Okay. Shout out to Kiki.
Shout out to Jeffrey. Oh, Jeffrey's birthday's next week.
My nigga Jeffrey coming?
Jeffrey will be here. Jobbertears South will be in the
That's
building.
my nigga. He's so smooth.
So smooth.
Don't you do it. Nope.
He's mad smooth, son.
Yep.
Like he's the perfect background
I'm
character.
trying to protect you over here.
Like his facial expression, he's like, oh.
But we're super excited. It's going to be a family fair. So once again, make sure
Jobbertears South is coming up there.
$20 general admission. There's no excuses. Make sure to come out. Bell time 3:00 on Sunday. As always, I'm Janelle from HR here with Sir Wilkins and Mr. Black. # Black Excellence. # we are out.
I was over, got the hands in motion. If you go, we're rolling, no need to focus. Traveling states and over oceans. You gotta wait till your coast chosen. Try to have lines outside the show like Harry Potter releases at Barnes & Noble.